I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots. I've got no roots. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots. I've got no roots.
Morning, everyone. So I assumed we all know why we're here. The report that was sent to the client that Friday was incomplete. Not only the report was incomplete, but the executive summary is also missing. What happened?
Okay, I'll start with the team working in parallel actually, and there was a mistake because I sent it off to NAJLAA wrongly, and I take the responsibility.
Nurin, you're the project manager. Delegation doesn't mean disengagement. This client is one of our biggest accounts.
I should spoken up earlier. I was delayed finalizing the data set because I thought DIELAILA didn't need it. Until Monday, I realized now that was a bad assumption.
You thought this isn't a high school work group. You check, you communicate. Why didn't you speak up when you knew it was late?
I didn't want to cause panic and seem like I was holding things up, but I see now that hiding it caused a bigger problem.
I share the blame too. I should have followed up with NAQIBAH earlier in the week. I trust her timeline and assumed we were assigned. I didn't want to micromanage, but clearly I should have verified.
I'm hearing a lot of assumed thoughts and not enough check or confirmed. That's the problem. We have 2 weeks to prepare and we're still missing the marks.
I sent the file that was labeled Final Report version 3, but I didn't know there was a Final Report version 4. I'm really sorry. I was trying to help, but I didn't know the difference.
NAJLAA, you're new. I don't blame you entirely, but this is why procedures matter. Why wasn't there a clear version control system?
That's on me. I should have ensured we had a naming convention and that NAJLAA knew exactly what file to send.
You all work hard, I know that. But work hard without coordination is just chaos. There is a long-term relationship with this client, and now that it's happened again. By the end of the day, Nurin, you lead it. Expect new standard procedures for file naming, final reviews, and team check-ins. Everyone makes mistakes, but the ones who grow from them are the one I want in my teams. So let's do better, okay?
Alright, let's be honest. We can't fix anything if we're not real with each other. So let's break it down. Where exactly did it fall apart?
Well, I think it started when DIELAILA didn't clarify when she needed the data set. I asked her early in this week, but got no direct timeline.
I assume you know it was part of the Friday package. Why would you not check with me if you were not sure?
I did check. You were vague. Honestly, it felt like you were brushing it off.
That's not fair. You're shifting blame instead of owning your delay. I trust you do communicate if there was a problem.
Okay, that's enough. This isn't helping. We all made mistakes.
I still don't get why I was the one sending the report. Shouldn't someone more senior handle final files?
You were the only one available at that time, and I thought you understood the instructions. You saw the file names. Why did you double check it?
I don't feel like I could question it. You handed off so quickly. I thought I messed things up more if I ask again.
This is exactly the issue. Everyone assume, and assume. No one confirm. And now everyone wants to wash their hand of it.
Well, at least I didn't send the wrong file.
Why you put blame on me? That's not fair.
Enough! This blame game won't fix what happened. Look at us, fighting instead of solving. We're turning on each other because we're embarrassed. But that's not how we rebuild trust. Mistakes were made, yes, but now we need a solution. Okay?
She's right. We need a structure. Clear deadlines, clear file control, no more silent delay.
And more frequent check-ins. I held it back because I didn't want to look bad. That's on me.
If someone had walked me through the process, just one, I wouldn't have guessed so.
Then we fix that as soon as possible. Together. No more assumptions, no more blame, just structure and honesty. Okay guys? Alright guys, we had our reality check. So no pointing fingers now. We need to fix this. Let's focus on solutions. What can we change immediately? And one thing clear, we can rely on assumption. I assume DIELAILA didn't need my data until Monday. We need system that force alignment.
Exactly. I suggest we implement a Wednesday status meeting for all active projects. That way, any delay or dependencies are caught midweek, not at the end.
Okay, good. Weekly check-ins. What else?
Okay guys, I think we need a clear protocol for file names and version control. I didn't know which version was the final. A naming format like client project final data version would help us.
And maybe we add final review step in workflow. No one send anything to client unless a senior team member sign off.
And we should use a shared project tracker like Trello or Monday.com. That way we all see deadlines, ownership, and maybe status in real time.
Okay guys, I think that's what I'm hearing. So the first one is DIELAILA. Weekly Wednesday check-in to track progress. And second one is file naming plus approval system for version control. And the last one, I think that's a good idea, DIELAILA. Shared digital project tracker for transparency. Yeah, so guys, anything else? Anyone disagree or what?
No.